My name's Sam Tabor, and I'm going to teach you how to nose manual.
Don't touch me with that ever.
So to do a nose manual, the first thing you're going to want to know how to do is an ollie, because you're going to have to ollie onto the object that you're going to nose manual. The second thing you're going to want to know how to do is to just like do a nose manual on flat without the ollie. So what I recommend doing, this is how me and pretty much everyone that learns how to nose manual, in my opinion, does it. They ride on the ground and they just lean forward and they figure out that balance point of where to nose manual, because the hardest part of a nose manual is getting that balance point. So when you're finding the balance point, you're probably going to notice that you were like leaning too far forward and you're going to stop and your foot's going to fall off like that, fall forward, or you're not leaning forward enough and you're just kind of like going like that and tapping down. So the main thing to practice with that is to just keep on trying it over and over again. If you're leaning too far forward, lean back a little bit, you know? If you're leaning too far back, lean forward a little bit. You'll find that balance point and just keep on doing that on flat until like you can do it for a long time. So after that, the main thing you want to do is get comfortable ollieing up and leaning forward right after you ollie up. To me, the key to like not falling is going a little bit faster than you want to, because when I tried to learn them, I wanted to go slow because I didn't like going fast doing a nose manual. But what would happen is if I wasn't leaning far forward enough, I would just clip. Like I would go like that and then clip, fall forward, not fun. So go a little bit faster than you want to, and don't be afraid to lean forward, because worst case scenario, I've never really fallen forward on a nose manual, maybe like one time, I don't know. But if you ollie up and you're leaning too far forward, you're just gonna stop and this foot is naturally going to catch itself. So don't worry about that. But yeah, the main thing with the nose manual, once again, is just the balance point. So ollie up, lean forward. If you're leaning too far forward, you need to lean back once again, just like on flat. If you're leaning too far back, you need to lean forward a little bit. And then once you're in the nose manual, it's the exact same thing as doing it on flat. Now for me, this was the hardest part of the nose manual. It was coming out of it. What I would always do is I didn't know you needed to kind of nudge it, so I would always just kind of fall out, do that little thing, and sloppily come out of the nose manual. What you want to practice is just riding off of the curb by nudging your nose forward. If you know how to like do a crooked grind, for example, you know that to come out of it, you kind of nudge it forward. It's the exact same thing with the nose manual, and the best way to practice is to not do a nose manual and just try nudging off of a curb. And the main way to do that is to just get some speed and do it, because if you're going too slow, it's a lot harder. So I'm going to show you real quick how to do that nudge. So to do the nudge, that sounds really stupid, but to do the nudge, you literally just take your front foot and you just nudge it forward, and you kind of want to do a hop. So it's like you nudge and hop, and your board just naturally goes with you. And the more you practice that, like anything, the better you'll get. That's pretty much all there is to a nose manual. It's a trick that you just have to practice a lot, and the more you practice, the better you get, just like any other trick. Just make sure you find that balance point, keep on practicing that, and I guarantee you will get it. And practice the nudge. Ollie, balance point, nudge, nudging. That's it.
Out nose manual, Sam Tabor.
So when you're finding the balance point, you're probably, this is